So this is another video from BookkeepingAutomation.com on leveraging data extraction technology to give you the proper return on investment to make your bookkeeping practice more profitable. In the previous video, we talked about working with monthly and quarterly clients. Now we're talking about annual clients. And again, we've made some assumptions here. Internal cost of a staff member is $30 an hour. That includes all overheads, vacation, sick days, benefits, rent, utilities, etc. And we're going to make the assumption that this client is we're going to charge them about $2,400 to do their bookkeeping for the year. We're also going to assume we can process about one invoice every 2 minutes. And if we're scanning, we can scan on average 3 pages per minute, which is a very conservative number. We should be able to do more than that. And that in this particular instance, this client has about 1,000 receipts and invoices to enter. So if we do it the manual way and we're entering 1,000 pages, it's roughly about 33 hours of time. And so your profit margin's like 58%. You make about $1,400. And so that's the manual way. Now, if we're to actually scan everything, we're actually going to make less money because it's going to take us a certain number of hours to scan all those receipts and invoices. But we'll spend about roughly half the time actually doing data entry work, just because we can bulk code hundreds of transactions to the same GL. So for example, if those 1,000 transactions, you might have 80 gas receipts, we can simply do a filter for any receipts with the word gas, group them all together, and code all 80 to one general ledger account. So that saves us quite a bit of time there. So here's our internal cost. And so our profit margin is, after we take into consideration the data extraction costs, we actually make less money than on this client than if we simply did it all manually. But what's important to note is that the number of hours you're going to spend is substantially less. You're only going to spend about 22 hours instead of 33. So you save 11 hours, which you can then be allocating to another client. So you quickly make up this difference with that 11 hours that's freed up. So this is the first year. Now, as well as doing the bulk coding, you'd also set up your memorization so that the next year the client comes in, they bring you your 1,000 receipts and you scan them all. Well, now that you've got the memorization in place, it'll auto code all the receipts with the word gas in to that particular GL transaction. So now you've made a further savings of another 6 hours of data entry work. So you're making a little bit more money after you pay for the extraction costs. But again, I think the real value is the time savings. So now you're spending about 15.5 hours instead of 33, so half the time. Again, you freed that time up of your internal staff to be able to do additional work for other clients. Now, if you get super organized and you add in automation such as Doxo.com, FileThisPro.com, our platform, as well as train the client to take pictures throughout the year, as well as contact the client's vendors to get them to start emailing in the invoices into our platform, well, now you've practically eliminated a good chunk of the scanning. So we say that, hey, you know what, we've eliminated 90% of the scanning. Now we only have to scan 100 documents for whatever reason that needs to be done. Our scanning time goes down significantly. And as a result, our total number of hours to do the work goes down. So now we actually make, I'm not sure what that percentage increase, but we do make some extra money for that particular client. But again, what I would draw your attention to is actually the savings in terms of time. So now we're down to about 7 hours to do all that work. So basically what we could do is we could take on 5 times as many clients in this scenario than if you're doing all the manual work. So you don't actually get any benefit in the first year, but the second year and how you set your client up then dictates what your profit is. But really that's just per client. What you're really doing is freeing up time, right? So you're going to increase your profitability for this particular client But really what you're doing is you're increasing the number of clients that you can take on. So your margin is going to go up a little bit here to here, but you can take on 20, way more clients than you could because you've freed up the amount of hours in this particular section. So now you can take on 5 times as many clients. So now your profit per year goes from here to here. It's a 640% increase. And this is this is just an example, and I call them annual garbage bag clients. But by leveraging data extraction technology and being paperless, you can actually get some pretty big advantages and benefits to your bookkeeping practice. Thank you for your time.